Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, as you can see, we already crushed 1,500 subscribers plus, and the channel is going, guys. We're building this community little by little, okay? We just hit 1,500 subscribers. I want to say thanks to all of the recent subscribers. Thanks for the comments, thanks for the emails. I appreciate it, and I do my best to respond back to you guys as soon as I have the time. So be patient. If I haven't responded back to your email yet, it's coming. Okay, guys. I know I've been doing what I say I'm gonna do. Right. I make these videos. I respond to people's emails, and I look for more ways to improve the content the best way I can. Okay, guys. So as always, you know, these videos about my experience and how my portfolio is doing in the market, how my real estate is doing. This is not financial advice, guys, so don't use this as financial advice. You do at your own risk. Do your due diligence before you do anything that I say in my portfolio, what I'm doing with my portfolio. Okay, guys, do your due diligence. So let's get right into this video. Guys, you know I always like to look at the heat map, and it's kind of show us how the market and stuff is for the day. Okay, and I mean the market, it looks like red, halfway green with some gray, but I will go with red because we see we got more red compared to green, and we got a little bit more gray, especially in these large technology, finance. Okay, so we're gonna go with the market is red today. All right, so let's get into the first portfolio. Now this, you guys already know, this is my portfolio that I use, what you guys used. If anybody used my link to sign up for M1, the money going here, and that's how this portfolio came about after I moved all my money out of M1. But with that being said, I just added $325 to this account, and the reason for that was I added 200 for investing, and then I added another 100 to use to cover all the account fees, right? Where is it? I mean the fees for this platform. They charge a platform fee. So I have put in $100 initially for platform fee. As you can see, it's $3 platform fee, right? And my dumb butt, instead of turning off the investment tab, right? If you go to the investment tab, when you go to buy stocks, right? Let me go back. I think I click on something else that moved me out of that. So if you go to the investment tab, let's see if it's going to show it. Down. See right here, right, where they got auto invest deposits. I left the thing on, right? And it went ahead and spent the $100 that I had in there. So it spent $300, so I had to add an additional $25. So, but we made enough this month, even though we just re-strategized this portfolio, change everything around a little bit, added more high yield, but it was able to cover for the fees, the maintenance fees, which is $3 a month. And right now, this portfolio only have $525 in there, right? But with the restructuring, diversifying some high yield, now we're generating some income from this portfolio around $250, $260 plus annually, right? So that's enough to cover that fee, the $300, the $3 a month, plus we're gonna make enough to put back into the portfolio. We're not touching that money that's coming in. So next year we're gonna be investing the 500 plus whatever, that $260 coming in on top of that, right? So the portfolio is going to be growing. It's going to be slow, but it's going to grow. Eventually, this portfolio within the next year or so, it's going to be at $1,000. And if you guys use the link, of course, it's going to grow faster. But if you don't, then it's going to take this time. All right. So this is my dual investment portfolio. When I say dual, I mean I have crypto in here, and I have stocks in here. So most of this portfolio is in crypto, is invested into crypto. Now, for the new people, this portfolio initially was where I kept all my crypto, right? So when E got to university, the goal was for her to get student loan. I was gonna build this portfolio slowly and then use that money to pay back her student loan. But as things would have it, whatever she did, she didn't do. She made so many changes so many times, and she didn't get student loan this semester. So I had to spend $12,000 plus to pay for the first semester. Now, me and her mom was supposed to split that, but of course, the time came she didn't have any money, so I had to pay for it. Anyway, now that the process was to sell some of to sell some of the crypto and then reinvest back into the market. And then when the portfolio get to where it needs to be, I think about $35,000-$40,000 in stocks, then we were going to start putting some of that money back into crypto, right? But as you can see, the crypto is not where I needed to be for me to sell, so I'm just going to let it be for now. And I mean, I'm building a portfolio gradually. I got about $2,000, almost $3,000 now in the portfolio itself for stocks. So we need about another $32,000 in this portfolio to generate about $2,000 to $3,000 a month, right? At $2,000 or $3,000 a month, that should be more than enough to cover her tuition for the year. And then in the meantime, between time, we're going to be growing the portfolio more, right? Because this portfolio is not on margins. I've been tempted to add margins to this portfolio, but for now it's not on margins. It's straight out cash. And I think I can do it like that. Her mom says she's going to pay her tuition next semester. So if she paid the tuition next semester, that would give me another 3 or 4 months to either let the portfolio grow a little bit or add more money to the portfolio. Okay, but like I said, either way, she's still supposed to get the student loan next semester. If she gets the student loan, her mom is still going to pay the tuition, because that's the plan, for her to pay the tuition like I did. And then the next year, it will be my turn to pay again. So if that works out, then I don't have to come up with $20-some thousand a year. We should then, if this portfolio get to, you know, $1,000, $2,000 a month, that should be close to more than enough to cover tuition, right? But the goal is to get it to $3,000 or $4,000 a month. So it's not only tuition, but it's to do other things, help her with whatever she needs in school and whatnot. Okay, guys. So we spent some money today in the portfolio, and we bought a few things. Some things went through, and some things did not. But you know, overall, the portfolio is doing good, and that's not what I need to get to. I don't want to move. My face is in front of where I need to be, so I'm just going to leave it for now. But we were to buy a few things today. We spent a lot of money. Right now, I think I got a balance in this portfolio right now. Go back to this. So the balance right now is $50.30. And you see, every time I click on that, it tells me, do I want to do margin? Do I want to do margin? I don't want to do no margins. We're going to leave that alone. No margins. Okay, guys? So the crypto bubble is on fire, guys. Okay? So I like to show you guys this from time to time with the crypto market. Now, in the hour, Dogecoin is up 3%. I used to have Doge, but I sold out of that. I still got my Shiba. I mean, it is up a little bit for the last hour. Let's go by the day. Let's see. Nothing that I own that is up by the day, right? And let's go by the week. So we'll go by the week. I don't see nothing I own here that is up for the week. Everything other than what I own. I mean, these are little bitty, little small positions, little small crypto. But if you have a few thousands in here, you can make some money or you can lose a lot of money. I think I own this right here, but it's like maybe like $20, $30. But it's expensive too. I own this in my portfolio. This is one of the things I own. I don't even know what I bought that. I had it so long. It went up a little bit more than it was when I first got it. But you know, sometimes we follow the trend and seeing what's good, what's making money, and then sometimes I have Solana. Solana's up this year 523%, which is good. I did sell some and take that money and put it back into Shiba. I don't know, for some reason I just got this feeling Shiba is gonna it's going to take off at some point. You know, I just have that feeling that it's going to take off. Shiba is ranked 13 right now. It went up by 5. So it went up 5 levels of one of the tokens, right? So, I mean, they still have a $10.58 billion market cap. That's no joke. That's a lot of money. So eventually, I got the feeling that if I ever get rich off of crypto, it's going to be off of Shiba Inu. That's my thought process in that. But like I said, it's just me. This is my portfolio, what I have in my portfolio. I have Bitcoin, which is down. I have Ethereum, which is down. Solano, the market cap and day is saying here is down. So these are some of the things that I invest in as far as crypto goes. But guys, like I say, this is just my portfolio. Let's get over here to E-Trade. So I spent all the money that was in the E-Trade account today. I spent almost all of it. Not all of it, but I spent almost all of it. Buying positions, you know, increasing the income in the portfolio, as I try to do. As you can see, we're down 2.2% overall, and then today we're down 0.77%. All right. I did buy some things today, and I've been thinking about, you know, dropping some of the positions in the wrong place. Okay, there we go. I was showing another account that is in here. That's an old account I need to get taken off. But I'm gonna do that when I get back to the States next week, in a week or so. I'm gonna call them and have them remove that account and the one. I have a retirement account in here also. A rollover. I'm not rolling nothing over into that, so I need to take that off. I don't need that. I'll have them take that out. Yeah. So I mean, I feel that the portfolio is doing okay. I bought a few things today. Let's go over here. Let's see what's went through. I spent a lot of money. So let's see, executed. So I bought 3 things. I bought 34 shares. I bought 100 shares of Tesla and Alti. Yes, the day before I bought 10 and then 18. I bought 34 today. So I just buy a little bit here and there, and then I mean, of course, the prices, you can see the price different. What I bought that a few days ago compared to what I bought today. Sometimes, you know, when I do my buy order, I set it for all day. So sometimes I will go way below whatever they're asking. That way, if it goes through, you know, I'm not feeling bad like, oh man, that went through it right away as soon as I put the order in. So sometimes I like to make it almost like a low ball order and see how the market is going to go, if it's going to go down, if it's going to go up. So that's how I be playing it, man. But this is everything we got in here right now. Sometimes, like I said, I feel like I got too many high yield positions. I'm thinking about dropping some of these and just keep them to a minimum, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Am I counting that right? I got a lot of them. I need to cut them down to maybe to about 6. Some of the newer one I was testing out, I might keep, but we'll play it for the rest of the month. Let's see how things gonna work out, and if I feel like that, because if you have a lot, then it's good to have a lot of money to put into all of them. But the fact that I don't have a lot of money, I can put them into those core ones, you know, and that will generate some income. Because right now I'm just trying to generate income to grow the portfolio. It's a new portfolio. It's about $12,000 now in this portfolio, and then out of that money that's in there, let's go down to the bottom here, right? So 7,000. The portfolio right is at 14,000. So 7,000 is my own money. 7,000 is margins, right? So I mean, I'm almost pretty much at where 50-50, you know, a little bit more than me then, but it's like 50-50. I still have $300 buying power here, and then I have another non-margins buying power like $99, which is, I guess you subtract that from there. So actually it's like, it's still the same amount. And the available withdrawal is down to 0. Like I said, the goal is to get this portfolio generating about 3,000 to 4,000 a month within the next year. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. I think 3,000 to 4,000 is a lot of money for a small portfolio. So I think I just need to add another 7,000 maybe. That would give us enough to get the portfolio up to 30,000, and then we can go from there. But this portfolio is still generating income, so we're gonna see after this month, and we're gonna try to pay attention to the portfolio, make some changes as we need to going to the end of the year. So by January, I mean, we should be around 20,000 overall, right? Including margins, we should be around $20,000 in this portfolio. Because once the income come in, all of the high yield is not being reinvested. Only the lower yield is being automatically, except for drips. So their funds can be manually put into where I wanted to put into. The reason I did it like that is because the lower yield, as far as the cost, it don't make no sense to buy them on margins, because I just let them the money reinvest into those positions, and they grow that way, and I take whatever I need right now to reinvest into the portfolio to grow the portfolio. Now, when the portfolio gets to where it starts generating $3,000 to $4,000, we're gonna start focusing on paying down the margins, right? And then we're gonna take from there and try to grow another portfolio. So right now, once we get this to 3 or 4, we're gonna try to grow either the Robinhood, or I do have Moomoo. I really haven't been using it. I got some position in there, like I said, that was free, that was given to me when I opened the account. Guys, use the Moomoo link to open your account, right? If you deposit $1,000, they're gonna give you like 15 free stocks. So hey, and then you can leave that money there for a certain period of time, and then take your money back out, and you're still gonna have the free stock, but you have to leave it for a certain amount of time. I don't know if it's 20, 30, 40, 50 days. But I mean, if you do that, you get 15 free stock. It can be $1 stock, it can be $1,000 stock, it can be any stock. They'll just give you 15 free. And you can hold on to that. If you don't like them, you can sell them and then reinvest. Okay guys, so use the Moomoo link in the description. If it doesn't work, let me know and I'll update it. Okay guys? So this is where we are right now, growing the portfolio. Okay, we are growing the portfolio, and you'll be surprised. This little $15,000, almost $15,000 is generating, I believe, almost $9,000 a year right now. That's ridiculous. You know, that's the calculation I got. I don't know how accurate it is, but if I go to income right here, right now, right? Let that load up real quick. Estimated income, see that? And this is actually higher than what's in the system that I use, but we're gonna check that later on. But this is actually higher than what is in the system. But like I say, we're growing everything here little by little as we grow this portfolio. I mean, so the portfolio can be generating $1,000 a month, right? I mean, for it to be so small, another $3,000 or $4,000, we're gonna be at $1,000 a month across the board. So, I mean, what can you ask for? You can't ask for no more. And guess what? If I decide to say I'm not gonna use no more margins, right, and not invest in anything else, and pay the margin back, I can pay that margin back in less than a year. And then after that, everything else that's being reinvested is going into my pocket or going back into the portfolio. Of course, I'm not pulling money from this portfolio right now. The goal is at some point to use this portfolio for something else. I don't know what it can be. It can be for my Colombia expenses or anything I want it to be. It can be for investment out here in Colombia. It can be for investment in the U.S. It can be for whatever I want. But the thing is, I'm in building another stream of income. I'm building another business, as I tell you guys. This is another business. I'm building another business, and I'm doing it, you know, right before you guys. You guys can see this portfolio has been sitting there. It's been less than 2 months since I tried to get this going right, and I finally got some money into here, and within less than a month, we already, of course, I moved money from other portfolios to put it into here, but look at how far we have grown in a very short amount of time, guys. Okay, up to the next portfolio, and I tell you guys all the time, it takes money to make money, right? Now you can use other people's money or you can use your own. But for you to invest in the stock market, to get that income, I mean, you have to start at some point and be patient, right? You can be patient, invest in high yield, invest in low yield, and use your own income. Use the same strategy. Use like in a third, where you take a third and invest. You take a third into your lower yield, and then you take a third back into the high yield. So that way, you're investing into the lower yield because you're not just on the drips. And then you're taking the other money, put it back into the portfolio, right? So, I mean, either way you look at it, you're still making some money, right? You're making some money. And as you grow the portfolio, guess what? Later on, when you really need that income, it's going to be there. And you can save it or you can reinvest it. You can do whatever you want to do. But the key is, I mean, we're down today, right? So it's not all roses. We're down today. I tried to buy some positions in here, and some of the stuff went through, some of it didn't go through. But I mean, we can't buy every day. We can. I will order, because right now, like, I'm like lowballing. I'm like going, if they're asking like what's the price for MO? Let's say if they're asking 49.77, I'm putting in like 49.70. I mean, if it's dropped from that point for 2 seconds to where it's going below that, guess what? I'm gonna buy it. And if it go back up, I'm fine. But the stock market go up and down during the day. So sometimes it drops and then people start buying and then they go back up. So it's just paying attention to the market, what's going on, and before you know it, you're in business. You know what I mean? Before you know it, you're in business. Okay, y'all? So enough of this. We at almost at 140,000 invested in this portfolio. I did pull out $8,000 out of this portfolio, you know, recently, that I took some of that money and put it into E-Trade. I put some of that money into Robinhood, right? And of course, I spent, I think, $1,000 or so also, paying some bills. So that's what we do. You know, we move money around, take care of stuff. This is how you make money and use the money, right? The goal at some point, you know, like I said, moving to Colombia will enable me to live off of less than 10% of my income. So that gives me 90% of my income to reinvest and grow, to build generational wealth in retirement. So the funny is, I'll be retired if I want to, or I can still work if I want to, but it will give me more time to build different portfolios and build more income, because I can use 90% of my income to reinvest if I'm still working, if I'm only living off of 10% of my income, right? And I don't know if I can live off of 10%. It might be maybe 20% of my income if I stay in Colombia full time. The fact of the matter is, I already got a house that's paid for. I'm looking at getting another one. I got an apartment that I live in that's little or nothing, less than $400 a month. I got a car that's paid for out here. So I mean, the couple of things I can do. Now, if I live in the U.S., the only thing I need to do is pay off some of the expenses that I have. I would not be able to live off. I might be able to live off of maybe 70% of my income and reinvest 30%. But I mean, I only got one new car that have a balance of $30-something thousand that I pay $50 for. That is less than 3 months old now. I bought it and I left it. Been sitting in the garage for almost 3 months since I left. So brand new car sitting in the garage, my Tesla. But I check on the battery every day. It haven't went down. Nothing. It's still the same amount that I left it in. So guys, it is what it is. Okay, let's 25. So I put some money into E-Trade the last couple of times. So of course I have to go back in and do some changes real quick. But I mean, overall we're down today. Yesterday we were up, right? We beat the S&P 500 yesterday. 1.56%, and then we down today. And even though we're down today, if you look at what we lost, what we made yesterday, I don't know how I don't know how much we're going to be down by tomorrow. But overall, I think we're going to be fine. Overall, I think we're going to be fine because I mean the portfolio is doing what a portfolio does. The portfolio is generating income, and every day the income is going up. And I did buy a few things today, so if we haven't updated yet in the tools, tomorrow is going to update, so that whatever amount we have today is going to increase tomorrow. Let's go in here real quick. So order, so this is what I bought today, right? I only wanted the order fill. I got Alti, I spent almost $4,000. I got 400 shares DIPS. I got 70 shares, but that didn't go through with the market close. Tesla, I tried to get another 500 shares. That didn't go through before the market closed. I am trying to get my positions to 1,000 shares. The ones haven't hit 1,000, and some of the ones that is dropping in price, I'm trying to get them to 2,000. So if they do a split, I won't be far off from 2,000. I mean from 1,000, right? Because usually they do a three-way split. Hopefully they stick with that, depending on the price. If they do more than that, then we'll be way down, and we'll have to build back up. That's the only thing. But that's the price you pay for the high yield dividend positions. So I mean, with that being said, let's get into the big boys, the big tools right here. So as you guys can see, we're up from yesterday. Now I've updated this thing manually, tried to update it, and at some point it was at 171,000. I was like, did we go down? And then I stopped to update it, and then it came back up. So I was like, okay, well maybe it didn't sync up or something. Well, the stuff that I bought today or before I stopped buying, but it was before I stopped buying. So some of the stuff started going through. So I'm not sure at this point. We just wait and see tomorrow. But as of today, we up another $3,000 in income. So I'm ecstatic as the income continue to grow. We continue to get to that $15,000 mark, which is key. We're trying. That's the goal, to get to 15,000 before December. And I got the feeling that we're gonna get there at some point. Now, if it doesn't happen, then of course it doesn't happen. But we have to. We make goals and goals and goals as the channel grows. We make goals on our income goals, right? And this channel is to motivate you guys. Motivate you guys. That's what this channel is about. I show these so you can see, hey, this guy is doing it, and if he can do it, I can do it. And I'm showing you guys what I'm buying, not for you guys to follow, but give you guys an idea what you might think you want to buy, and tools to do research to be able to buy what you want. Like I said, it's not financial advice, but I'm showing what I'm doing. So you like, if he can do it, hell, anybody can do it. And I don't have no experience in this. I'm still learning. It's been almost 5 years. December will make this 5 years since I started with dividends. But actually in February will actually be when I actually start buying stuff, dividends, right, in the market. So it took me a couple months to learn a little bit, watch YouTube videos. Even though there wasn't a lot of dividend investors making videos back then, there were a lot of guys doing buying growth portfolios. But I mean, it's the same buying concept. It's just looking at the tools to calculate to see how much your income is going to be. And back then it wasn't like dividend tools. You had to use the 4% rule tools. But now there's actually dividend tools out there that you can use to calculate your dividends. But I'm gonna say I'm lazy, so I pay for this stuff to help track my dividends. And I always say eventually we're gonna build our own tools. And guys, I mentioned this yesterday, I think. We got in a partnership with the Dividend Snowball. It's another tracking tool. So if you try the Dividend Snowball, and if you want to try the Dividend Snowball, I'm going to try to put the link in the description today, guys. So if you guys use that link, the channel gets some money from that. Also, the sale, if you use it and buy it, the channel gets some money. Okay, guys. So I like it when I use it for free, and I'm gonna buy it also. So once I buy that, I might interchange that for this tracker until I build my own tracker. But for now, we're gonna be using this one I've been using forever, and then I use some other ones too. But this one, I feel like it gives me a better overview. And like I said, there's other tools that I use to track things as we go. All right, guys. So I was talking about Robinhood earlier, right? So Robinhood, we passed $100 a month in Robinhood, right? So we already passed $100 a month in dividend. So Robinhood right now is generating enough money for us to pay a few bills, right? I can pay the internet. I can pay the alarm system. I can pay Netflix. I can pay maybe Prime. I can pay something else because it's over $100 a month in income from this portfolio. So this $3,000 right here in this portfolio right now is finally updated. Didn't update earlier, but this $3,000 in this portfolio right now can pay 4 bills, and this will pay those 4 bills over and over. And guess what? Every year that it's gonna grow, it's gonna grow. It's gonna continue to grow, right? So next month it's gonna continue to grow, and the month after that, whenever we buy back in, because we're not spending the money right now, but whenever we buy back in, it's gonna grow the income. All right, so M1, we're still getting that, right? We're getting that. It's growing. We're at $2.55 in income for the year, and that's just gonna go back into the portfolio. Okay, the big boy. So we are 105 here in income, and all of this money is being reinvested back into the portfolio. The $3,700 that I took out, that was some margin money that was sitting there that I could withdraw, that we withdrew from the account. But all of this money is going back into the portfolio. All right, the same thing we talked about earlier. I'm trying to get this bad boy to $1,000 a month. And we're not far off. We still got another 3,000 to go, and we'll be 1,000 a month. And maybe by the time we get this up to maybe another $3,000 or $4,000, depending on what we're buying, we'll increase the income. But at the end of this month, we have income that is coming in, and we're gonna decide which way to invest those income that is coming in, that is coming from the higher yield funds. Okay, Charlie Schwab. So, we were up a little bit. We're trying to get this over the hump to get it to 160. And it's going to get there eventually, right? It's going to get there. To 60,000. So overall, right, we went up a little bit in the income. This thing is, like I said, driving me nuts. I don't know. The average income across the board is $12,821. So I don't know what this thing is doing like this, but it is what it is. But for the rest of the year, the next 12 months, right, we at 13. We at 13. So we need to get it up not too far. We're still about 15, 1600 to get it to the average, to get the average to 15. So if some of this order we planned today, if it went through, that was going to help pushing this up to that price. Tomorrow I feel like it's gonna go up a little bit more once everything I bought today settle. It's gonna go up a little bit more. So tomorrow, by the time we do the report tomorrow, it's gonna be a little higher. And it's already Thursday, y'all. It's already Thursday. I'm still in Barranquilla. I moved to another apartment today. I'm going back to Cartagena tomorrow for 1 day to do some work in the apartment, and then I will come back here, and I'll be here until Sunday. And then Sunday I'll go back to Cartagena. I think Sunday, maybe Sunday, I might go to Bogota and spend a few days in Bogota before going to Villavicencio. So that's the plan for now. And then overall, I mean, I already ran through all of this. The income wise, right? So we're almost at 4,000 there. I mean, it's growing little by little. And 600 for this month, and the rest of the time it's 888. So we're trying to get this to $1,000, right? That's the goal for that portfolio, to get it to 1,000. We already passed 8 in here. We're still down at 4 here, So I don't know what it's going to look like next month. We're going to see how that's going to play out. I guess the more the income comes, the more that's going to update, because that's a big difference. Looks like $4,000 different there, so I don't know what the thing is doing. But it's like for all of the income. So I guess is right or something. I don't know. Yeah. So across the board, we already at 100, so that's good, right? We made the first big jump, 100, and then the next will be 200, 300, 400, and so forth. So we go to the my favorite tab. I didn't look at this today, so with that we're almost at 1.3 million, right? We're almost at 1.3 million. So any little growth tomorrow that we get a couple of thousand overall, is just going to increase the 10-year value of the portfolio. And we still, I mean, that's why I'm saying, I said this the other day, with the growth of the portfolio, if I can inject an additional 100,000 into this portfolio, that would basically change the whole dynamic of the portfolio. Now, this is something I'm going to do come January. I need to clean up my credit a little bit more, and then I'm going to refi my condo. I just paid it off, right? I just paid off. I bought that condo over 20 years ago. I think I paid like 50-something thousand for that condo. Now it's worth almost 200K. So I'm going to refinance that condo, take some of that money and put it back into the market. I mean, there's a tenant there that's paying for the condo. So the price in the areas is very high, and I'm leasing it to her for like $300 or $400 less than what she would do to get another apartment. So of course she's not going nowhere. And if she do, it won't take long for me to get another guest in there. I mean, and with the income coming in, it would be cool, we'll be covered. And I might sell my big house, but the only thing is no garage, or else I'll be like, you know what, I would just move there, sell the house. When E come from university, she have a place to stay, or she can go to her mom. But I'm thinking about getting a property in Houston for her. So next semester, when she decides she don't want to stay in the dormitory no more, I can get a condo or a townhouse or something downtown Houston, close to the university, where she can stay. And then after she get out of school, I mean, she can decide what she want to do. Either we can resell the property, rent it out, I mean, or do whatever, whatever she decides. But at this point, if I inject an additional $100,000 into this portfolio, right now we're at 2027. Additional $100,000 would bring us to about here, because the additional $100,000 is going to give us another $2,000 or $3,000, $300,000 in buying power, depending on which one of these portfolio I put them in. And of course, with that being injected into the portfolio, I mean, we'll be at $1 million in 2026 in this portfolio. And of course, if I do that, I'm not sure when I will hit $1 million, but it will be close enough, because I will still have that negative from the reinvestment that will bring down the net worth as far as the money that I'm taking out. But putting that money into the market, that will also push back the net worth. So it will be kind of balanced. The only difference is this will be bringing in more money faster than the apartment. It's going to be bringing in money. So that's the goal. You're gonna be even out a little bit. Maybe I'm probably gonna be poor 80% or 90% of that value. So maybe about 150,000 out of the house. Throw it into the market, into multiple portfolios. Put some of that into my growth portfolio, maybe 50K into my growth portfolio to get that pumping. And then the rest will go into the dividend portfolio, split them up 4 ways. And of course, pay down some of these margins, and then that's my money. Pay down the margins, that's my money. Just do what we do. But guys, look at the time. I'm talking. I forget. I'm sorry. We're running out of time. But guys, when I get to talking about money, I just get excited and I get carried away. But we close to becoming liquid millionaires. Okay, we close. We just lost a year, and now at the rate we're going, we're gonna be dropping another year. Come about January, February, we're gonna be dropping another year. So by next summer, we will be, even though it will be next year, but we'll be close to hitting that liquid millionaire mark by that time, God willing. All right, guys. So remember to invest in your future. This is not financial advice, guys. This is just my portfolio and what I'm doing, my strategy. Use this as a guide, but do your due diligence, okay? This is risky, and you can lose all your money. So remember, be patient, don't rush. I've been doing this for almost 5 years, guys, and I'm still nervous sometimes when I'm doing it, okay? That's the honest to God truth. I'm still nervous sometimes because it's the market. It can go up and down, and the only thing that what I'm most nervous about is when they're going down and I'm not having enough money to put back into the market to invest. Because if the market dropped 20% and I got 20, 40,000, 50, 60,000, 100,000 to throw into that, it's gonna go back up 30%. Then all that money I put in there gonna go up. Man, you see, that's the stuff that makes me nervous. Cause I need to start. I know I don't like to do that, but I need to let some money sit in some of these accounts. And then collect whatever the yield is, even though it's lower, but and wait, because with the election, all that stuff coming, you never know. Invest in your future, guys. Okay, I do this for you guys. I share everything I share with you guys. I tell you guys everything for you to understand that you can do it also. So be blessed. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm on my way to Cartagena tomorrow morning. And then we're gonna do another video tomorrow in Cartagena, probably if the time is right. If not, I'll be back when I get back to Barranquilla. All right, guys, I love you. Stay blessed. Peace.